Hey guys, it's Adam aka Swimming Bird, and the future is now. But it's a silly place filled with doodads and dongles. Welcome to the Minecraft 1.0 RV pre-release for the Trendy update, a new version that seamlessly blends the technology of today and tomorrow with swords and dragons and stuff. But actually, it's the April Fool's 2016 update. You guys probably saw this coming. It's tradition. They do it every year. But as we go through all of these fake features, keep your eyes open. Some of the stuff might make its way into the real 1.10 update. In past years, we had the fake 2.0 update that had weird stuff like blue chickens that laid diamond eggs and exploded, but we also got things like horses, coal blocks, and stained glass that all made their way into the actual game. And then last year we had 1.10, the fake version, the Love and Hugs update, but that had a secret about 1.9 snapshots hidden inside it. So if you're going to try this out for yourself, please let me know if you find any secrets about the next update. There's got to be something hidden in here. All right, let's get going. This is a new block, the USB charger block, and you can craft it like so. It definitely fits in with the new technology theme of the Trendy update, but it is a retextured redstone block. It's exactly the same, 15 blocks of redstone power, and we're moving on. So over here we have signs that look a little more modern and fancy, like a monitor, and they have green text, and they also hold a secret feature that we'll see in just a second using our reality vision glasses. This is where the RV comes from. When we put them on, there's a nice sound, and we get this awesome map at the bottom of the screen. That beep is another device we'll get to in a second. So this is a huge render of all of the chunks that are loaded around us, and it's pretty awesome. I really hope this makes it into the game in a way that suits Minecraft a little more than goggles, but it's pretty cool. You can see I'm that little green beacon flying around, so as we move it'll show my position, but it shows all the chunks that are loaded, and actually uses an internal debug tool called VisGraph. It's their culling algorithm that decides what to render and what not to render to help the game run better. So if we go into this little house and shut ourselves off, if I look down, you can see this is the only chunk loaded now, because the game knows we can't really see any of the other chunks, and it's not worth slowing the game down by loading all that. But if we pop out, you can see all this area is loaded in around us. And it definitely hits the resources a bit to have this going, but it is pretty cool. It's got a custom scanner. It's like an overlay. You can see on the outside here, we've got the little goggles, and then the shader is a custom texture called Scan Pincushion. If you look in the assets, though, for the game, it has an overlay name that I'm not going to say here, but it's a reference to The Next Generation, a meme that involves the character Geordi. But yeah, it's pretty cool. You can turn off the overlay with F4, but it only works in first person. So if you go in third person, you still get that like CRT look. But yeah, I like this feature. I hope maybe just by like opening F3 and hitting a button or something, we could have this pop up as like a little debug tool. And it also interacts with signs, like I mentioned before. It makes them all say obey, which is a little reference to the movie They Live. But it's fun to use, so I think it would be cool to have this in the game in some way, shape, or form. So let's take these off so we can see normal, and I'll talk about the Smarter Watch. You can see it's in my offhand and actually shows up on my wrist. If you hold it in your hand, it's just, holding a watch. You don't want to do that. It still works, but you want to have it equipped there. And once it's on you, it will start showing the time at the bottom of the screen, as you can see. And I'll turn the time back on. I've got time frozen right now, as I usually do for these types of videos. So daylight is cycling, and you can see the timers going and keeping track of that for us with the human readable format, the like military time. And all of your statistics are counted by this as well. So as we run around, you can hear these little beeps every time I get a little notification for having sprinted a certain distance or walked a certain amount, or any of the statistics. It will keep track of that for you and show you in your little chat there. It even keeps track of when you take damage and when you craft certain items and stuff. So it's just like a weird little companion to everything that you're doing in the game. And last of the three big technology pieces, we have the ankle monitor. And this one's a little weird. It's not something you would usually want. You equipped it in your boot slot, but when you are in survival mode, you can't actually take it off. It's stuck on there. And just like in real life, an ankle monitor, you're not going to be able to take that off. And when you get a notification from it, it also has a little sound effect. It's one of the 3 sound effects, one for each piece of technology that's added. Now, if we were to change the time to night, and we get too far away from spawn, our ankle monitor is going to activate and tell us we're too far away, and it will also give us a slowness effect. So it's keeping track. There we go. Curfew warning, you're violating your house arrest. Get back by 96 meters. So it keeps track of how far from spawn you are, and it will punish you based on that. And if we go into another dimension, it actually has a bunch of different dialogue because it gets really confused. It has its own personality and starts talking to you. It reminds me of something like Portal. And it says, you're violating your house arrest. Where are you anyways? It has a ton of different messages, as you can see as we hang out here. Every few seconds we'll get a new one. Hello, are you there? It'll say, are you sure you have important things to do? I'm sure you have important things to do, but you need to go back. We're lonely. It starts warning you that it's the last warning. Then it starts asking if you're having a good day, if you saw the monster near you, stuff like that. It'll joke with you, and then eventually it's like, I'm just going to erase my memory, and then it resets the cycle of talking to you again. So it is a weird little punishment thing, but there are some interesting features that can come out of this, like the fact that not being able to take something off of a player would be very useful for adventure maps and map makers. And the little text above the hotbar here for the time with the smarter watch, that's also a nice map making feature. Over here you can see the little mobs are getting in on the fun of the Trendy update. Some of them have the reality vision goggles. We've got a skeleton here with the smarter watch. A couple of these guys have the ankle monitors. And another new feature packed in here is that Endermen can now wear stuff on their heads. So that was not in the game before, but they added that with this. And so they're all wearing that stuff. We got a skeleton over here just wearing the watch. They spawn in randomly with some of it, and they won't always have it on. As you can see, there's normal versions of these guys over here, but this guy spawned naturally with his goggles on. And if they're wearing these, they won't actually attack you. We got a skeleton here that might kill me, but this guy's not going to try to attack me. Even if I attack him, he's just going to stare at me and not do anything. So he's, I got my little, yeah, there we go. We got our notices in the chat there, as you can see, for taking damage thanks to our smarter watch. Thanks for letting me know that as I got arrows in my arm. But anyways, the goggles distract the mobs so much that they won't fight you. Other than the Enderman, they'll still come after you. But other than that, they're just really transfixed with the modern technology. So yeah, a couple things in here already that I can see will probably make their way into 1.10. But for the most part, it's a lot of just silly features. Not nearly as many as in some of the past updates. But at the same time, it's a lot to look at. And I think if they are working on features, it's probably better off that they're working on ones that are actually going to make it into an update instead of spending a ton of time on a joke update. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Even though these are fake features, I appreciate you guys checking in here. That arrow is in a very bad spot. So that's it for now. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this, and maybe subscribe if you want to see more Minecraft updates, since we got 1.10 in development with bears and weird stuff on the way. We're going to have snapshots before too long, and I'll see you guys next time for some more Minecraft. Goodbye.